So if you aren't living under a rock, you're familiar with the recent update Valve just dropped where they changed a couple things on Inferno and Train, but the biggest thing that they dropped was the Train Collection and the new Fever case, which contains the Shattered Web knives with the chroma finishes, which has been highly sought after. But there's only been one problem, is that gem knives such as the Ruby, Black Pearl, and Sapphire are like 3 times as common as they are in the Chroma and Spectrum cases. So what gives? Valve tweeted out today on the CS2 account, "You're right. When we released the Fever case, there was a bug with the frequency at which different paint finishes were applied to knives. This has since been fixed." So it's not propaganda that you've been seeing all over Twitter, that everyone's unboxing rubies and black pearls and sapphires.
It's blue! Blue Doppler! Sapphire! Central!
What? Fucking skeleton! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! That's the first gem.
Valve released this case and fucked up the odds so much that people were unboxing these knives, these gem knives that were supposed to be super rare at an unruly rate. It seemed like every post I saw, people were unboxing rubies, sapphires, black pearls. I never even saw anyone open a rust coat or an ultraviolet or a Damascus steel of these knives. It was all rubies, which if you don't know, there's been 213 M9 black pearls opened in the last 15 years. And then already, day 1 or day 2 of this update, there's been 20 skeleton black pearls opened. So there's 26 skeleton knife rubies compared to 872 over the last 15 years. I would kill to be one of these lucky motherfuckers that unboxed fucking Ruby Nomad. Especially this guy with the lowest 006 float. I just really don't think it's possible that they didn't do this on purpose, right? They've had this issue with the chroma case before where they made the odds to get Dopplers a little bit more common than the other things in the case. And you're telling me that they just haphazardly dropped this super massive update that they were preparing for the community, and they, oops, there's a bug where these super awesome knives just get unboxed, no problem. We never foresaw this coming when we went to release this update. I refuse to believe. I think it's like giving them a pass to say that this was just a bug. This was just straight up calculated. I don't believe that this was just some accident. I really think that I honestly feel like they're lying about it. There's no way that this is just some accident. I refuse to believe that. Multi-billion-dollar company, and they have little bugs that make these super rare knives. Like, I think they just did this to build the hype. Congrats to anyone that opened one of these fucking knives, I guess. I have never seen CS Twitter like this popping since this shit happened in a while. I really do think this was a publicity stunt of sorts that they did on purpose. Another useless cash grab update without any valuable content. Instead of adding the missing stuff from CSGO, you made 80 USD battle pass a few months ago that you could complete in a day and then spend another 80 bucks. Okay, I'm not a Lobanika fucking fanboy, but I do agree that there needs to be like very basic stuff like clan tags and new achievements, more deathmatch style, sure, retake maps and stuff.
Didn't this happen with the chroma case before?
This did happen with the chroma case, and it's still not exactly the same way. The chroma case Dopplers, any chroma 2 or chroma 3, if you open a case and you get a gold, there's a way higher chance to get a Doppler finish instead of a Damascus steel, rust coat, or ultraviolet. To this day still exists. You're way more likely to get a Doppler. And that's because I watched a video from Jesus on it recently where what they did was, instead of making a Doppler one of like a finish in the case, they split it into phases, and each phase has its own equal chance. So there's way more Dopplers than there are the other patterns or finishes. So you're way more likely to get the Doppler.
But this is a different case.
This is a different situation because they're making gem knives and Dopplers, I think, alone, or maybe just gem knives, I don't know, like Ruby, Sapphire, Black Pearl, which people have been like hyping up forever that these types of knives with these finishes are going to exist, and they made those I didn't see anything else getting opened on Twitter other than rubies, black pearls, and sapphires on every type of knife. I was not seeing phase 2s, phase 1s, phase 3s, phase 4s. I wasn't seeing any of those. I wasn't seeing rust coats. I wasn't seeing Damascus steels. I was only seeing ruby, sapphire, black pearl. Which, like, this is a big enough update to make people excited, but could you imagine going through Twitter and you see hella people already have Skeleton Ruby and everyone's saying that it's super easy to get these now for some reason? Should I be, like, staying up a little late to play the fucking game and get a Ruby myself? And that's what I did. And I opened a bunch of cases and got nothing, which, you have to expect a little bit, but I really do think that this was premeditated. Yeah, so I guess you guys let me know in the comments what you think about this update and what you think the motivation behind this was, if there was any at all. I'm curious to hear your thoughts, and maybe I'm going full schizo, but let me know what you think in the comments. And maybe we got to give this small indie company a break, man. They only have 300 something staff and multi-million dollars behind them. They don't have a lot of people working, and it's hard to push out updates like these, obviously, these small little skin updates. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and thank you for watching. Appreciate it.